Let's learn MAPE. Music, arts, physical education, and health.
Good day, my grade 6 pupils of Arpili Elementary School. This is your teacher Nen, your MAPI teacher. And now, it is our music time. Are you excited? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Describe the instrumental sections of the Western Orchestra. Do you like playing musical instruments? Yes. What instrument do you want to play? Mom, guitar. Snare drum. Very good. Do you see yourself playing a musical instrument like a member of an orchestra? Like that one? Okay, so let's talk about the Western Orchestra, or what is an orchestra? An orchestra is a large instrument group, usually a classical music. It has 4 sections, and each instrument has a specific characteristic. Yes. Here, the classification of instruments or gitawag na natog instruments family. Ato lang ng tawagon nga family para may bawa nato kung diin siya ginagikan o grupo niya. Mo nang tawagon natog family. Okay, first is the string instruments o gitawag nato string family. Okay, nakita ninyo ng picture. Okay, number 2. We have the woodwind instruments, or what we call the woodwind family. So here is an example, the woodwind family. And number 3, brass instrument, or what we call the brass family. So and here is the example of the brass family. And number 4, here is the percussion instruments, or what we call the percussion family. So, nakita ninyo ang mga lain-laing classifications of instruments o mga instruments family nga makita nato sa orchestra, no? Okay. So, first we have here the string instrument. Okay. String instrument. String instrument, or what we call the string family, the strings are the backbone of the orchestra. More than half the member of an orchestra play string instrument. So, katunga sa mga membro sa orchestra ang mo play ana string instrument. The bodies of the string instruments are made up of different kinds of wood, which are hollow inside to allow sound to vibrate within them. But the part of the instrument that makes the sound is the string, which are made by or made of nylon, steel, or sometimes gut. Okay. So, here is an example. So, nakita ba na ninyo? Nana ba mo'y nailan, ana? Familiar ba ka na ninyo? Yes, kaayo. So, the sound is produced by bowing, plucking, or striking the string. Examples are, okay, the violin. The violin is the leader and the heart of the orchestra, played by moving the bow to and fro across the strings. Okay, this one. Nakakita na ba mo, ana? Yes. So, that is the violin. Next is the viola. Viola is a little larger than violin. So, mas dako-dako siya gamay sa violin. It is tuned a fifth lower than the violin. Okay, so that one. Yes. And another example is the cello. Cello is larger than viola. Kung ang viola mas dako-dako pa sa violin, ang cello mas dako pa gid siya. Larger than viola. Held by the player between her knees and moves and he bow to and fro. So, iya nang ibutang sa iyahang center, sa iyahang mga tuhod, no? Okay, that one. So, anak niya butang. Kay dako man na siya. Next is the double bass. The largest among the string instruments that has the lowest pitch. So, pinakadako na siya. No? Ug mao po na siya ang lowest, no, nga tingog nga atong madunggan. Okay, and that is an example of the double bass. Okay, nakuha ba na ninyo ang mga string instruments? Okay, the last string instrument or the string family is the harp. Ang harp is a string instrument that is played by plucking. So, nakita na to. So, inganaon siya pag-play. Okay, that is harp. And now, let's talk about the woodwind instrument. Woodwind instruments, or what we call the woodwind family, woodwind instruments produce music when the musicians blow the mouthpiece. As the name woodwind suggests, the instruments of this section of the orchestra are mostly made of wood, though flutes are now often made of metal instead. So, sagaran niya wood, no? Pero nowadays, ang mga flute kay made up na po siya og metal. Okay. So, in each woodwind instruments, there is a series of holes bored along the length of the tube. When all the holes are covered, kung na-cover ang tanang mga bangag sa anang flute na to or mga woodwind instrument, the instrument sound is lowest note. So, lowest note ang atoong makuan ana. But if the player uncover the bottom's hole or the bottom hole, a higher note is sounded. Kung wala na niya gikabiran, iyang gitabunan. So, higher note ang iyahang ma-produce nga tingog. And here is an example. So, the piccolo. Piccolo is the smallest in the woodwind section. It has a range octave higher than flute. So, this is an example. Okay. Next, we have here the flute. Has a high range and really capable of producing fast series of tones. So, this one. Okay. So, ang uban na made of wood, ang uban po made of metal. Another woodwind instruments is the oboe. Is the most dramatic among the woodwind musical instruments. Oboe. Okay, this one. Yes. And we have also the clarinet. Is the cylindrical instrument with a cup-shaped mouthpiece and a flaring bell at the end. So, ang iya bitong tumoy mura siya bell, kabantay mo mo anang bell nga purma, no? So, ingon ani siya. Mo nang gitawag nato clarinet. Okay, nakuha ba ninyo? Next, we have also the bassoon. Ang bassoon, it is also called the clown. Clown siya sa orchestra, for it has a long, curving metallic mouthpiece. Its tone is soft and mellow. Ang iyahang tuno niya. Okay, and now, let's talk about also the brass instrument. So, unsa nang brass instrument? Okay, mura mo nagpareha sa kuan, ma'am. Okay. Brass instrument are used to produce sounds by means of blowing gihapon. They are made of brass metals. So, ang ganiha, i-blow gihapon to nato karon i-blowing po gihapon nato. Nagamit gihapon sa ato ang ato ang i-blow diha. Okay. Brass instruments are long, hollow brass tubes blown from one end. They are curved or bent into various shapes. And sound is created when the musician vibrates his or her lips against the mouthpiece. And the mouthpiece is fitted inside the instrument. Kanang ibutang diya, fit ra gyud na, dili siya sakto ra gyud, diluag, dili kanang huot, sakto ra gyud siya. Okay. So, and here is an example for brass instrument or the brass family. The trumpet. So, kadungog naman mo ana, no? Trumpet is the main instrument of the brass section, which has the brilliant and brassy sound. And here is the example. Okay, mo niyang mga pictures. So, mo na trumpet. Next is the trombone. So, is the only sliding instrument in the brass section that changes the pitch in any key. So, mailis-ilisan ang iyahang tingog. So, that one, the trombone. Okay. Another one is the French horn. Kinakita ninyo? French horn is the 12 feet long and sounds more mellow than the trumpet. So, okay, nakita ninyo diha? Another one is the tuba. Is the largest in the brass section. So, mauna siya ang pinakadako sa brass section and has the lowest pitch. So, mauna siya ang pinakagamay pod nga tuno. Okay, and now, so, ari na po ta sa percussion instrument. So, familiar na ba mo, ana? Yes! Okay. Percussion instruments, or what we call the percussion family, percussion instruments are played by striking the instrument with sticks or hammers. So, nigamit kag stick, while others are those shaking or rubbing their maracas. So, pwede na sana siya i-shake. So, instrument that makes a sound when it is hit or shaken or scrapped. Pwede. So, percussion instruments can be divided into two groups. And they are tuned or makadungog po ta sa iyang tono or the non-tune or the unpitched. Okay. So, percussion instruments. So, here is the example. So, the timpani. Timpani is also called a kettle drum. So, nakita ninyo a kettle drum? The only percussion with a pitch. So, nakita ninyo, gamay ra na siya nga drum. And the other one is what we call the snare drum. So, makabantay ba mo sa atuang kanang drum and lyre corps atong school? So, mauni ang atong gipanggamit ang mga snare drums, no? So, familiar na jud kay mo ani. Snare drum usually seen during parades and festivals in a drum and lyre corps. So, maghamit yun siya nato, nakita yun din nato sa atong eskwelahan. No, kanang natay parade, natay mga drum and lyre corps. So, mo na siya gigamit. Ato ang snare drum. Another one is the bass drum. So, bass drum is the largest drum and has the lowest pitch. So, siya kinadak-an, siya po'y kinahinayan og tingog. Nakita ba na ninyo? Yes. And that are the percussion instruments and family. So, daghan pa na siya. Okay. So, arita sa sections of the orchestra. So, the conductor, mo gyud na ang mo, okay, mo conduct sa kanang orchestra. So, in a red one, mauna ang mga string instruments. The violins, the cellos, the double basses, the violas, and the yellow one, munang gitawag na tuog, the woodwind instrument. The green one, diha na bilong ang brass instrument. And the violet, kay naa diha ibutang ang mga percussion. No, katong mga kanang snare drums. So, mauna siya. So, makita na to sa picture dire. Okay. So, tanawan ninyo ang asa na bilong sila. Okay. Para masabta nato ang atong discussion, ato ning suwayan og answer ang exercise. So, we need to classify the instruments into string, wind, brass, or percussion. Okay, number 1, trumpet. Unsa man ni siya? String, wind, brass, or percussion? Yes, the answer is brass. Okay, how about the snare drum? Okay, asa man na siya nabilong? Yes, percussion. How about the cello, number 3? Okay, string instrument. Number 4, the French horn. Asa man na nabilong nga instrument? Okay, very good sa brass. How about the double bass? Okay, the string instrument. Tuba. Okay, for brass. How about the clarinet? Wind instrument. And number 8, the timpani. Percussion instrument. Number 9, the violin. String instrument. Very good. How about the trombone? Brass. Okay, number 11, the bassoon. Okay, wind instrument. And number 12, the bass drum. Okay, the percussion instrument or percussion family. Okay, how about number 13, the viola? Okay, string instrument. Number 14, the flute. Wind instrument. Number 15, the last number, piccolo. Very good. That is for wind instrument. So, for your assessment, okay, choose and write the letter of the correct answer on your answer sheet. So, that is multiple choice. So, isulat ang inyong answer sa inyong papel or notebook, then inyong isend nako sa messenger. Okay, number 1. Which is not a family of the orchestra? A. Woodwind, B. Brass, C. Metallic, D. Percussion. Okay, asa man ana ang dili pamilya sa orchestra? Okay, number 2. What family does flute belong to? Asa man to siya na belong? A. Brass, B. Percussion, C. String, D. Woodwind. Okay, number 3. Who controls the orchestra? Okay, katong naa sa tubangan, mo guide nila. Sa man ana? A. The conductor, B. The driver, C. The violin player, letter D. There is no one. Okay. Number 4. Which of these is not a member of the string family? A. The violin, B. Clarinet, C. Viola, D. Harp. Okay? Okay, number 5. Which of these is not a member of the brass family? A. Violin, B. Trumpet, C. French horn, D. Tuba. Okay, and for number 6, which 4 instruments belong to the string family? A. Violin, cello, flute, oboe, B. Violin, cello, trumpet, French horn, letter C. Violin, cello, double bass, or viola, D. Violin, cello, piano, guitar. Okay, asa man ana ang string instrument. Okay, number 7. This instrument is a trumpet and belongs to blank family. Okay, unsa man tong trumpet? Okay, so A. So, this one, the trumpet. Woodwind. B. Percussion. C. Brass. Letter D. Strings. Number 8. The saxophone belongs to which family of instruments? A. Woodwind, B. Brass, C. String, D. Percussions. Number 9. Which instrument belongs to the woodwind family? A. Snare drum. B. Piano. C. Trumpet. D. Clarinet. And number 10, which instruments belong to the percussion family? A. Snare drum. B. Xylophone. C. Triangle. O D. All of the above. Okay. Ang inyong answer, adto ninyo isend sa ko ang messenger. Inyo hara i-PM nako. Okay? So, okay, daghang salamat. Okay. See you next time and bye-bye.